March of 1988. Once again, life's hold button gets hit. The kidney infections that I had as a child had taken their toll, and suddenly I'm on dialysis. One of the things that you find out about being hooked to a machine for any length of time is that you have time to think, time to hope, time to pray. You think about the dreams that you set aside and you realize that in fact, life has no hold button. This is life. So you cling to the little hope that maybe you get a second chance. And my second chance came on June 14th, 1989. The simple fact of the matter is that I met my twin brother for the first time in that OR. I planned on doing a lot of things during that time, and once I got a second chance, well, I was going to take it. My mom, who was interviewed for a story we did on one of my transplant anniversaries, said
he decided that there were certain things he was going to do when he was off dialysis and had a kidney. And he's just been doing all kinds of things.
So I'm pretty much like a kid on my first birthday without the cake. By my first transplant anniversary, I'd been able to turn this little hobby of photography into a career. Although I still have my dad's timing issues. That's me on the left, running in, trying to beat the timer. I still love fast bikes. The middle one is the transplant games here in Minneapolis in 2004. And that fast car thing, well, let's just say I've dialed it back just a bit. I'd also like to point out that none of these were my fault, and that as the years progress, the accidents get smaller and smaller. So that's a good thing. Also, if there's water around, I'm still likely to be in it, and I still like animals. The box down in the corner is actually a shot I took of a black-tipped reef shark in the Cayman Islands. I'm an underwater photographer as well. And that bump on my head, well, what can I say? I fall down sometimes. Flying, well, I earned my ticket in 1998 as well, and it was really quite something. One of my proudest days ever was the day I got to fly out and take my mom for her first ride. I got the backseat ride in an F-18 of my life. We did loops and Immelmans and split S's and all kinds of things. It's something to be in the back of a multi-million-dollar fighter aircraft. Wow. It's also pretty amazing to be sitting in the back of a multi-million-dollar aircraft barfing. It was spectacular footage, it really was. And as for my family, well, we are still very close, and I'm very, very fortunate about that. My mom, who passed away this past March, always said she was so pleased and so proud that we all stay together and still do things together. And best of all, I still have a thing for that lady. This is my wife, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brenda Cornell over in the corner. She's a very long-suffering and very patient individual. But let's face it, without her, most of these adventures really wouldn't be possible. And hon, frankly, without you, they wouldn't be worthwhile. Because you need somebody to share them with. That's our first triathlon, by the way, together. So, here we are. What's the point of all this? Well, it's pretty simple. I've been blessed with the most fortunate life I ever could possibly imagine. A wife, a family, friends, experiences. All of the dreams that I had as a 9-year-old have come true, and none of it, not one moment of it, would have been possible without the transplant that I received. The gift from that twin brother and his family, who gave me the ultimate gift, a piece of life from their son. But there are still too many dreams that are deferred. We all seen the statistics. There are so many stories like mine that haven't come true. And in the few minutes that I've spoken to you, it's very possible that somewhere in this country, someone's dreams have been permanently deferred because an organ transplant wasn't available. So, as I said at the beginning, I was told my job today was to represent the success of transplantation. In my mind, my job is to say thank you to the living donors and to the donor families who have made a tremendous and selfless sacrifice. To you professionals who have dedicated your lives to making lives like mine possible. To anyone who supports transplantation in any way, I'd just like to say to you all what I said to that pilot after the Blue Angels ride.
Well, you just made a little boy's dreams come true. Took about 30 years, but hey, that's the key. Thank you very much.
Thank you.